Now we will discuss about a nitrogen gas. The chemical formula of nitrogen gas is N2. In N2 you can see there are two nitrogen atoms are present, that's why it is also known as dinitrogen. If you look at the structure of nitrogen gas, we have N triple bond and each nitrogen has one lone pair. This is the bond order. We have the bond order that is 3. In chemical bonding we have learned higher is the bond order, higher is the stability. Since bond order in nitrogen gas is quite high, that's why it is highly stable. It does not react even at higher temperature. Okay, it is almost inert like normal gases. This is the reason. This is the reason nowadays nitrogen gas is being filled in food packing, because nitrogen gas is inert by nature. It does not react even with hot food or fresh food. If food is packed with air, food reacts with oxygen present in the air to undergo oxidation reaction, means chemical reaction takes place, and when the food undergoes chemical reaction, it loses its freshness or it spoils at the early stage. That's why filling a packing of food with air is avoided nowadays. Okay, this is the small introduction about nitrogen gas. Now let's discuss about the preparation reaction of nitrogen gas. We have the preparation reaction. The first preparation reaction for the nitrogen gas is by the reaction between aqueous solution of ammonium chloride and aqueous solution of sodium nitrite. It is also in the aqueous state. Okay, ammonium chloride in the aqueous state react with sodium nitrite in the aqueous state. This is a double displacement reaction. You can remove NaCl. Okay, NaCl is removed, NaCl, and plus what is left? NH4 and NO2, they will combine together. We got ammonium nitrite. Okay, NO2. And then this ammonium nitrite, I am talking about only ammonium nitrite, when it is heated, so maximum amount of water, whatever the quantity of water is there, it will come out. Okay, 4 hydrogen 2 oxygen will make 2 water molecule. Okay, hydrogen oxygen are removed and then you are left with only 2 nitrogen atom. Then we got nitrogen gas. Very simple concept, very simple reaction also. When we heat this salt, this is a salt, and so when we heat, you can remove the maximum amount of water. Okay, so 4 hydrogen 2 oxygen will remove what? 2 water molecule, and then we are left with the 2 nitrogen, which will make nitrogen gas. Keep in mind, in this preparation reaction, some small quantity of NO as well as HNO3, these gases are also formed, and these gases are removed by passing this gas through an aqueous solution of H2SO4 and potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. When these gases are passed through this aqueous solution, they are separated out. Okay, so this is the first method. Now let's discuss about the second preparation method. The second preparation reaction is by the thermal decomposition of sodium azide. Chemical formula is NaN3 or barium azide. Okay, by the thermal decomposition, means heating is done and these substances decompose to release nitrogen gas. How we get these kind of substances? Pay attention. We have hydrozoic acid, HN3. Keep in mind, it is not ammonia. In ammonia we have only 1 nitrogen atom. In this case we have 3 nitrogen atom. Okay, this is an acid, and we have learned when acid react with metal, they release hydrogen gas. For example, if I make it react with sodium, this hydrogen gas, this hydrogen, acidic hydrogen will be liberated. We get NaN3, sodium azide, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, even if it is reacting with HN3 and we have Ba. Okay, if I break it, hydrogen is +1 and this portion is -1. This entire portion is -1. Keep in mind, this is what? This is -1. Okay, and barium is having +2 charge. You need to satisfy the valency. That's why we will get N3 and power 2. And then we have hydrogen gas. You need to take 2 molecules. Okay, that is how we get these substances. Okay, sodium azide and barium azide. Now let's start heating. Okay, once we heat these substances, nitrogen gas is released. Now let's say we have NaN3 is there, NaN3. Okay, nitrogen gas is released. Nitrogen gas, thermal decomposition. Okay, heating is done, thermal decomposition. Now pay attention here, we can balance the nitrogen atom. 2 nitrogen, 3 nitrogen, odd number is there, I multiplied by 2, I multiplied by 3. Okay, how many sodium are there? 2 sodium. Okay, 2 sodium. This is a metal, it is in the solid state, and it is a gas, escapes very easily. So you can see they are not mixed. Okay, solid will be separate and gas will be separate. Maybe like some amount of gas will be absorbed on the surface of the sodium. Okay, but you can see nitrogen gas can be easily separated out, from this reaction. Okay, that's why whatever the nitrogen gas we get in this reaction, we get in the pure form. You can see it is obtained in the pure form. This is the method to obtain a nitrogen gas in the pure form. Okay, in the similar manner we have Ba and it is N3 whole power 2. When the heating is done, we get 3 nitrogen gas and we have Ba. Okay, so you can see it is a nitrogen gas we get in the pure form, and this is a solid metal, easily separate out. Gas, solid, gas, solid. Now let's move on to the third preparation reaction. This method is used for the preparation of pure nitrogen gas. The next preparation reaction is by the thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition of ammonium dichromate, NH4 2 and then Cr2O7 is there. Let me take this compound, ammonium dichromate, Cr2O7. Higher temperature is used. Higher temperature is used. So at higher temperature, this substance will decompose. If gases are present, they will escape out. Okay, they will escape out easily. Now pay attention very carefully. In this compound, first of all, we remove maximum amount of water. This is what you need to keep in mind. Higher temperature is there, water will immediately evaporate. Okay, so remove the maximum amount of water. How many hydrogen are there? You can see 4 to 8, total 8 hydrogen. 8 hydrogen can make how many water molecule? 4 water molecule, because in 4 water molecule we have 8 hydrogen. We have enough number of oxygen, so we can take 4 oxygen. We got 4 water molecule. Okay, so you can see 4 oxygen gone and entire all the hydrogen are gone in water. Okay, now pay attention here. You can see Cr2 is there, and how many oxygen are left? 4 oxygen gone out of 7. Then we are left with only 3 oxygen. We got Cr2 and O3. Okay, so you can see except nitrogen, everything is gone on the product side. What is left? How many nitrogen? 1 nitrogen and 2 here. There are 2 nitrogen. That's why here we got nitrogen gas. Very simple reaction is there. In this chemical reaction, you need to remove the maximum amount of water because heating is being done. Then rest part you can do very easily. Okay, remove water molecule, then you can remove the gas also. Gas will also escape out, and then we left with this solid substance. Okay, this solid substance. That is how we can complete this reaction. Now let's discuss about the next preparation reaction. The next preparation reaction is by the fractional distillation. By the fractional distillation of air. Okay, fractional distillation is used to separate miscible components in a given mixture. Miscible components, both components are mixed thoroughly. For example, we have air. In the air, we have oxygen gas and we have nitrogen gas. They are thoroughly mixed. Okay, and we are going to separate this nitrogen gas by using fractional distillation. The liquefaction of air is done. Liquefaction of air is done. Keep in mind, liquid nitrogen has a boiling point that is 77.2 Kelvin, and liquid oxygen has a boiling point that is 90 Kelvin. You can see there is a difference in the boiling point of liquid nitrogen as well as liquid oxygen. When the liquefaction of air is done, since it is having lower boiling point, that's why it separates out very easily from the miscible mixture. Next we discuss about the preparation reaction. The fifth preparation reaction is ammonia reacts with sodium hypochlorite NaOCl. How we get this substance? You might have learned about hypochlorous acid. We have HOCl, acid. Hypochlorous acid means this hydrogen is acidic in nature, and since this is an acid, it reacts with metal, easily releases what? Hydrogen gas, and we got NaOCl. This hydrogen is removed easily. Okay, now ammonia reacts with sodium hypochlorite. Okay, now pay attention very carefully. NaOCl acts as a better oxidizing agent because it releases nascent oxygen. Okay, by releasing nascent oxygen, you can see it oxidizes ammonia. It releases, this is the nascent oxygen. Here we have the nascent oxygen. It oxidizes ammonia molecule into nitrogen gas. That's what we need, into nitrogen gas. Okay, and you can see NaCl. NaCl is separated out. We have NaCl. Now pay attention very carefully. We have two nitrogen. This side we have one nitrogen. We balance it. Nitrogen is balanced. How many hydrogen? 6 hydrogen. 6 hydrogen will make how many water molecule? 3 water molecule. 3 water molecule. We need how many oxygen? Oxygen 3. Oxygen I multiplied by 3. Then we get 3 NaCl. This reaction is complete. Okay. So you can see it is acting as oxidizing agent because it releases nascent oxygen, and this is the nascent oxygen which oxidizes ammonia gas into nitrogen gas. We have one more preparation reaction. That is the fifth preparation reaction. No, sorry, sixth. We have nitric oxide NO. It reacts with copper, very high temperatures. I just make it quite large. Okay. Oh, it is looking like triangle, you know, better. Very high temperatures at high temperatures. Okay, it acts as oxidizing agent. It oxidizes copper. Okay, it oxidizes copper. So this oxygen will go and combine with this one. That's what we are left with, only nitrogen. We need 2 nitrogen atom in nitrogen gas multiplied by 2. Then we got a nitrogen gas, and this you will combine with oxygen, we get CuO. Okay, you can balance it. We put 2 over here. Okay, you can say it is black precipitate is formed. Black precipitate, when this color comes out, then reaction is complete. Okay, this nitrogen gas escapes out. Okay, so this is the preparation reaction we have. We have the last preparation reaction. Let's discuss about it. We have the last method, that is by passing chlorine gas into liquid ammonia. In this reaction you need to be careful. Now pay attention very carefully. In this reaction, if you take ammonia molecule in excess, you will get a different product, and if you take a chlorine gas in the excess, then you will get a different product. Okay, Okay, pay attention carefully. In this reaction, I have taken ammonia in excess. Then we get a nitrogen gas, and ammonium chloride. We can balance this equation. Here we have 3 and it is 8 and it is 6. Okay, balancing this equation is quite a tedious task. And how we get this product? Understand this method, you know how we get this product. Okay, pay attention very carefully. I split this reaction into step by step. Okay, it is very clear, you know, when chlorine gas reacts with liquid ammonia, it produces nitrogen gas when ammonia is given in excess. Yeah, ammonia is taken in excess. Okay, so I write this base equation: Cl2 react with ammonia to produce nitrogen gas. Okay, nitrogen gas, balance it. 2 nitrogen, 1 nitrogen multiplied by 2, then we get a 2 nitrogen. This is a gas. Pay attention very carefully. Then what we are left with? Hydrogen and Cl. Hydrogen and Cl combine together to form HCl. Okay, very simple concept. Okay, how many hydrogen? 6 hydrogen. Then we have 6 hydrogen. How many Cl we need? 6 Cl. Then I multiplied by 3. Then you can see 3 Cl2 we got. 3 Cl2. Now pay attention very carefully. In this chemical reaction, we have taken ammonia in excess, means some quantity of ammonia is still there. Okay, and this is the intermediate substance. This is the main product we got, nitrogen gas. This is the intermediate substance which is formed in the middle of the reaction, and it is formed and it is consumed in the middle of the reaction to form the final product. Then again I take 6HCl, okay, 6HCl. We need to cancel out. Since ammonia is in excess, I take ammonia molecule again. Okay, now pay attention carefully. This is a base and this is acid. Acid base reaction is there. We got salt, ammonium chloride addition, because acid base will connect together, combine together to form a salt. We got ammonium chloride. Okay, we need to cancel 6 molecule of HCl because it is an intermediate compound. Then we multiply by 6. We got 6 and here also 6. Okay, you can remove it, that's what we got. This is addition reaction. Since we need 6 HCl, we multiplied by 6, 6 and 6. That's it. Now 6 HCl is cancelled. Add it. We have 3Cl2, 6 NH3, 2 NH3 will make 8 NH3. And other side nitrogen gas is ready, and then we get 6 NH4Cl. Okay, reaction is complete. You can see nitrogen gas 6 NH4Cl. You split this reaction, then you can understand. When we understand a new concept, always make a smile symbol, in the running notes. Okay, then this is very interesting concept. Remembering this reaction is quite difficult, and when you balance this, it will take some time. Okay, now let me take a chemical reaction in which instead of ammonia, chlorine gas is taken in excess. Okay, so if chlorine gas is taken in excess and we have ammonia, liquid ammonia, okay, in this case we have chlorine gas in excess. Okay, so what happens? Nitrogen react with chlorine, we get NCl3. Okay, a hydrogen also react with chlorine, we get HCl. Okay, you can see how many we get nitrogen, balance it, we can get I multiplied by 3. Okay, so 3 hydrogen are there, we get a 3 HCl, and 3Cl combines with nitrogen. This is the reaction we get, balanced reaction. Okay, NCl3 is nitrogen trichloride. It is an explosive substance. Keep in mind. Okay, it is an explosive substance. When chlorine gas is taken in excess, we do not get nitrogen gas. Okay, but when ammonia is taken in excess, then we get nitrogen gas. These are the preparation reactions. Now let's discuss about the physical properties of nitrogen gas. We have the physical properties of nitrogen gas. There are some selective properties we have. Nitrogen gas is a colorless gas, it is odorless gas, it is tasteless, and it is non-toxic. We can exhale and we can inhale. Okay, it has very less solubility in water because water is polar molecule and nitrogen gas is non-polar by nature. Okay, as we have seen, nitrogen, liquid nitrogen has very low boiling point because we have 77.2 Kelvin. Okay, if I talk about the boiling point, of nitrogen gas, the boiling point of nitrogen gas is minus 195.8 degrees Celsius, very low boiling point. Since it is having very less boiling point, on rapid evaporation it freezes into ice like solid. Let me write it. Having low boiling point, on rapid evaporation it freezes into ice like solid. Okay, these are some certain physical properties of nitrogen gas. Now let's discuss about the chemical properties. Next is chemical reactions. As we have seen, nitrogen gas is inert gas. At a higher temperature it does not react because bond order is very high. Let me write the sentence. Nitrogen gas is inert by nature at ordinary temperature. Okay, due to what is the reason? Due to higher bond enthalpy, enthalpy. Higher bond enthalpy means bond dissociation enthalpy is very high. Higher bond enthalpy, in this case bond enthalpy is almost 946. It is kilocalorie per mole. Remember, bond enthalpy means to break the bond, this much amount of energy is required. Okay, that is why it is very stable. It is almost inert like normal gases. Okay, it does not react at ordinary temperature. But if we increase the temperature, very high temperature, okay, keep in mind with oxygen it reacts at around 2000 degrees Celsius. Okay, 2000 degrees Celsius is not normal temperature. Okay, so at higher temperature this nitrogen gas can react with metals as well as non-metals. Okay, it reacts with metals to form ionic compound, and it reacts with non-metal to form covalent compounds. Okay, first we discuss about with metals. With metals, you can write the sentence in here. At higher temperatures, nitrogen gas reacts with both metals and non-metals. Okay, first let me take some example with metals. Okay, metals, it can react with lithium, and we have a nitrogen gas, lithium nitride. We get lithium nitride, we can balance it, we get 2 nitrogen and 6. Okay, then we have magnesium, you can take magnesium, and N2 is there, we get magnesium nitride. You can satisfy the valency, it will be 3 and it is N2. Okay, so we get multiplied by 3. Okay, balanced. When we take aluminum, it reacts with aluminum. Okay, so we get aluminum N, you can multiply by 2. That is how the reaction is taking place. It is reacting with metal, you can satisfy the valency. Aluminum is plus 3, nitrogen is minus 3. We can get aluminum and aluminum nitride. Then we have aluminum oxide, it can react with aluminum oxide when we have charcoal, carbon is there and we have N2 is there. Okay, so in this case we get ALN is there. Okay, 2 aluminum 2 nitrogen combined together, we can take 3 carbon, and so 3 carbon 3 oxygen will make what? 3 carbon monoxide. Okay, so these are the some certain chemical reactions of nitrogen with metals. Okay, it forms corresponding nitride. Okay, now let's talk about the reaction of nitrogen gas with non-metals. These are the ionic compound. We have the reaction with non-metals. Okay, the major application of nitrogen gas is used to prepare ammonia gas. There is one process called that is Haber process. Okay, Haber process, we have Haber process. Okay, in Haber process nitrogen gas is reacted with hydrogen gas and we get ammonia molecule. Very common reaction is there. We have 3 and so we can see all are in gaseous state. Okay, so in this case you can see reaction will be quite slow. Why? Because it is also non-polar. Polarity is not there, that's why you need to maintain higher temperature. Anyway, ammonia is going to react at higher temperature only. Okay, we use catalyst so that rate of reaction can go forward. Okay, rate of reaction should be high. This reaction, keep in mind, exists in the equilibrium state also. It can also come backward direction. Okay, so this is the major application of nitrogen gas. It is used for the preparation of ammonia gas in what kind of process? Haber process. Okay, now another reaction is that with oxygen gas. You can see in air we have oxygen gas as well as nitrogen gas, but they do not react, they are inert almost. But if we maintain a very high temperature, this is nitrogen gas and then this is oxygen gas. Okay, if I maintain around 2000 degrees Celsius, around this much temperature is maintained, then we get nitric oxide 2NO. Okay, this is a gas. Okay, so that is how the reaction happens. Then they will start combining together and then breathing will not be possible because oxygen will combine with nitrogen. And anyway, life is not possible at this temperature. To forget about this chemical reaction, even if we maintain around 200 degrees Celsius, nobody will survive. Okay, now we move on to another chemical reaction. The last chemical reaction for nitrogen gas is we have a calcium carbide. It is a solid substance. It reacts with nitrogen gas. If you look at the structure of calcium carbide, C triple bond C, and it is something is there, and this is calcium. It is +2 and it is -2. Okay, each carbon will carry one negative charge. Okay, overall charge is what? Negative +2. Okay, calcium carbide, you can write calcium, it is carbide. Calcium carbide react with nitrogen gas. So what happens in this case, we get calcium cyanamide, CnN2. Keep in mind, it is not CaCN whole power 2. No, it is not this one. Okay, CaCN2. There are two nitrogen, one carbon. Okay, and one carbon is separated out. Okay, this is calcium carbide, and this is calcium cyanamide. We have calcium. You can write cyanamide. Calcium cyanamide, and this is the carbon. This mixture is known as nitrolim. Okay, this mixture is known as nitrolim. Okay, when this nitrolim undergoes hydrolysis, we get CaCN2, and we have carbon, and so we have water molecule. When it undergoes hydrolysis, calcium combined with carbon as well as oxygen to form calcium carbonate. There are two nitrogen combined with hydrogen to form ammonia. Okay, there are two nitrogen, I balance nitrogen, then how many hydrogen are there? 6 hydrogen, then I multiplied by 3. Okay, this is a balanced chemical reaction. Okay, this is a balanced chemical reaction. Okay, what about C? C is also there. Okay, we can keep this C because C already is there. Calcium, this portion, and oxygen will combine together, calcium carbonate. This carbon is already separate. Okay, so reaction in general is taking place between these two substances. It comes out. Okay, calcium carbonate and ammonia gas is found. Okay, so here we complete the chemical reactions of nitrogen gas. In the next lecture we will discuss about the uses of nitrogen gas.